Hey, have you ever wondered how rain is formed?
Absolutely. Rain is an interesting phenomenon. It's formed through a process called the water cycle. Do you want to dive deep into it?
Definitely. Let's start from the beginning. How does the water cycle work?
Well, the water cycle begins with the sun's energy. The sun heats up the Earth's surface, causing water from oceans, lakes, and rivers to evaporate and turn into water vapor.
So, the water vapor rises into the atmosphere, right?
Yes, exactly. As the water vapor rises, it cools down and condenses to form clouds. This process is called condensation.
So, clouds are basically made up of condensed water vapor?
That's right. Clouds are collections of tiny water droplets or ice crystals suspended in the air. When these droplets or crystals collide and combine, they grow larger and heavier.
What happens when the clouds become too heavy?
When the cloud droplets or ice crystals become too heavy to remain suspended in the air, they fall to the ground as precipitation. This can be in the form of rain, snow, sleet, or hail, depending on the temperature conditions.
So, rain is just water droplets falling from the clouds?
Yes, rain is liquid water falling from the clouds. The size of the raindrops can vary, ranging from small drizzles to heavy downpours.
What factors determine whether it rains or not?
Several factors influence rain formation. First, there needs to be enough moisture in the air to form clouds. Additionally, the temperature and atmospheric conditions play a role in determining whether the precipitation falls as rain, snow, or other forms.
That makes sense. But what causes the rain to stop?
Rain stops when the conditions that support cloud formation and precipitation change. For example, if the air becomes drier or if the cloud loses its moisture content, the rain will stop.
I've noticed that rain doesn't fall evenly everywhere. Why is that?
Rainfall patterns can vary due to many factors. Geographic features like mountains can cause air to rise, cool, and condense, resulting in more rainfall on one side of the mountain compared to the other. Additionally, weather systems and atmospheric conditions can cause rain to be more concentrated in certain areas.
It's fascinating how all these factors come together to form rain. Is there anything else we should know?
One interesting fact is that raindrops aren't actually tear-shaped like they're often depicted. They are mostly spherical in shape, but their appearance can be distorted by air resistance as they fall through the atmosphere.
Wow, I never knew that. Rain is truly a complex yet beautiful natural phenomenon. Thanks for explaining it so well.
You're welcome. It's always exciting to explore the wonders of nature. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask.
Actually, I do have another question. Is rainwater pure and safe to drink?
Rainwater is generally considered relatively pure when it falls from the sky. However, its purity can be influenced by various factors. As raindrops fall through the atmosphere, they can pick up pollutants and contaminants such as dust, pollen, chemicals, and even microorganisms present in the air. Therefore, in urban areas or regions with high pollution levels, rainwater may not be completely safe to drink without proper treatment.
That's interesting. So, what can be done to make rainwater safe for consumption?
To make rainwater safe for drinking, it's crucial to collect and store it properly. Rainwater harvesting systems often include filtration and purification methods. Filtration removes larger particles and sediments, while purification methods such as boiling, using ultraviolet, UV, light, or using chemical disinfectants can eliminate microorganisms and harmful bacteria.
I see. Rainwater harvesting sounds like an important practice, especially in areas with water scarcity. Are there any other uses for harvested rainwater?
Absolutely. Rainwater harvesting has multiple applications. Apart from drinking purposes, harvested rainwater can be used for irrigation, watering plants and gardens, flushing toilets, and even for industrial processes. It's an eco-friendly and sustainable way to conserve water resources.
That's great to know. It's fascinating how rain, which seems so simple, holds such importance in our lives. Are there any other weather phenomena related to rain?
Definitely. Rain is just one part of the larger picture of weather patterns. There are various weather phenomena associated with rain, such as thunderstorms, hurricanes, and monsoons. These events involve complex interactions between temperature, humidity, and atmospheric conditions, resulting in intense rainfall and sometimes severe weather conditions.
Thunderstorms and hurricanes can be quite powerful and destructive. How are they related to rain?
Thunderstorms and hurricanes are both weather systems that can produce heavy rainfall. Thunderstorms occur when warm, moist air rises rapidly, forming towering cumulonimbus clouds. These clouds can produce lightning, thunder, and intense rainfall. Hurricanes, on the other hand, are large tropical cyclones characterized by strong winds and heavy rain. They form over warm ocean waters and can bring widespread rainfall to coastal areas.
It's incredible how various weather phenomena are interconnected. Rain is just a small part of a much larger system. I'm really grateful for this insightful conversation.
I'm glad you found it insightful. Exploring the intricacies of nature and weather can be truly fascinating. If you ever have more questions or want to discuss any other topic, feel free to reach out.
Thank you. I definitely will. Speaking of rain, I've heard about acid rain. What exactly is acid rain and how is it formed?
Acid rain is a type of rain that has a lower pH level than normal rainwater, making it more acidic. It is primarily formed when emissions of sulfur dioxide, SO2, and nitrogen oxides, NOx, react with water, oxygen, and other chemicals in the atmosphere. These emissions mainly come from burning fossil fuels in power plants, industrial processes, and vehicles.
So, the pollutants released into the atmosphere mix with rainwater and create acidic rain?
Yes, that's correct. When sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides are released into the air, they undergo chemical reactions to form sulfuric acid and nitric acid. These acids can then dissolve in rainwater and fall to the ground as acid rain.
That sounds concerning. What are the effects of acid rain on the environment and human health?
Acid rain can have significant negative impacts on both the environment and human health. In the environment, it can acidify lakes, rivers, and soil, making them inhospitable for aquatic life and damaging plant life. It can also corrode buildings, statues, and infrastructure made of stone or metal.
That's quite alarming. Is there anything being done to address the issue of acid rain?
Yes, efforts have been made to reduce the emissions that contribute to acid rain. Many countries have implemented regulations and technologies to reduce sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide emissions from power plants and industrial sources. Additionally, using cleaner energy sources and promoting sustainable practices can help mitigate the formation of acid rain.
That's good to know that steps are being taken to address the problem. On a different note, rainbows are often seen after rain showers. How are rainbows formed?
Rainbows are truly a beautiful sight. Rainbows are formed when sunlight interacts with water droplets in the air. When sunlight enters a water droplet, it gets refracted, or bent, as it passes from air to water and then reflects off the inner surface of the droplet. This bending and reflection of light cause the different colors of the spectrum to separate and form a circular arc of colors in the sky.
That's fascinating. So, the water droplets act as tiny prisms that break down the sunlight into its different colors?
Exactly. The different colors of the rainbow, from red to violet, are all part of the visible light spectrum. Each color has a slightly different wavelength, and when they get dispersed and reflected, we see the beautiful display of colors in the sky.
I've always wondered why rainbows form in an arc shape. Why don't we see complete circles?
That's an interesting question. Rainbows actually form full circles, but we usually see only a semicircle because the ground obstructs the lower half. To see a full circle rainbow, you would need to be at a higher vantage point, such as from an airplane or a mountain.
I see. That explains why we usually see only a portion of the rainbow. Rainbows are truly magical and never fail to bring joy.
Absolutely. They are a beautiful reminder of the wonders of nature and the interaction of light and water.